Yeah, same Bernie Doodle, and I was kind of tricked into thinking the dog wasn't going to be that big, and my brother-in-law lied to me. So next time I see
women's
him.
action here on mat 4.
Yeah.
Claire Emma in the red, wrestling Anna Palumbo in the blue. Looks like can't tell. There's no anklets going on here. Hard to tell who's who on the mat.
With the young lady on bottom in the green, white, and blue singlet, she had 2 real impressive wins. So
that's 2 for Palumbo. Blue shorts.
Yep.
Blue on the scoreboard for you.
This is the last sign
for those of you watching at home.
On 4, so we're going to start pushing.
And then the young lady on top, she's phenomenal because she's wrestling a really, really tough girl.
Yeah, there was a Nick Palumbo, NCAA qualifier, wrestled out of New Jersey, wrestled at Sacred Heart. I wonder if there's a relationship there. Might have to do some digging and fact-checking.
You know what I love, though? I'm watching over here on mat number 3, right? And the young man who's wearing the Marsteller singlet and the other, I mean, they're talking to each other, patting each other on the back. You see really great sportsmanship in this tournament.
Yeah, I think they're all in the same boat here. It's like, hey, I'm here because I love the sport. You know, it's it's bragging rights, sure, but sometimes it feels good to just be back on the mat and feel that competitive edge again.
Oh, look at this. 2-2. She got the takedown, and now she's looking for the fall.
That stops it, going back on their feet. So the unfortunate thing, Bob, about freestyle, too, that we should probably clarify for the people at home that maybe don't know much about the sport, there is no overtime in freestyle. So you see the score's 2-2. Right now, Claire Emma has an underline underneath her score. That means she is winning on criteria. And there's multiple factors of criteria. Typically, it's the last person who scores, but a lot of times it's who has the higher scoring point. So if it's 2-2 and it's a 2-point takedown versus 2 1-point step outs, whoever gets the takedown has the criteria. So again, that's the part of the chess involved of, hey, am I winning here? Am I not? That's why they underline it for you to help clarify who is winning. Again, if time were to end right now, you would win 2-2, which doesn't sit right to me. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, Bob, but winning 2-2, what they say, a tie is like kissing your sister. Right? You know, that's the old-fashioned adage there, but I almost agree with that. You know, let them wrestle again, get the takedown or the step out, win on the scoreboard, not by criteria, but that's just me.
Well, that was a great explanation. Good job of that, because I think a lot of people may not have known that. And, you know, it's like we were talking about the differences between folk style and freestyle, and that's, you know, one of the huge differences. But this is a heck of a match.
Yeah, 4 mats going on, and my eyes are on this women's match, too.
Yeah, me too.
It's tied, good match going on, and some pretty high-level wrestling, too. They really know what they're doing out there.
And then 2 gentlemen, just their match ended over there, and they both walked off the mat, patting each other on the back, you know, arm around each other. That's what I love about it, you know. That's why the Jordan Burroughs thing bothered me so much. It shouldn't have been like that, you know, and I was very disappointed at those fans who were yelling at, you know, one of the greatest wrestlers and his coach. You know, it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, we got a good one over here at mat 3. Hardiman up 4-2 in the red over Eli Lloyd. Hardiman, the 7 seed, is a quarterfinal bout. Eli Lloyd in the green, the 2 seed. So potential upset here brewing on mat number 3.
And they don't get a lot of time between matches, Austin. You know, like when you wrestle districts,
10 minutes ago,
right? When you would wrestle districts, you'd win your match on a Friday night, and then you would come back, and then you would have, you know, your quarterfinal match, and then you'd have the semifinals and the wrestlebacks on Saturday and the finals. But you would have a couple of hours between. These young men and women, they only have maybe a half an hour.
It doesn't do them any benefits with not being in the shape that I'm sure they wish they were in, right? You know, I'm sure these people are coming in, being on the mat once or twice a week for an hour. You know, it's not going to be enough to wrestle. And I know a lot of people that say wrestling shape is different than running shape. You can run for miles and miles a day, but once you step on the mat, it's a little different because there's a lot of sprinting, there's a lot of lifting, you know, controlling your opponent. It's not just running where you can run for hours at a time. A lot of different speeds and using your strength in there as well. There's another takedown for Palumbo. Getting behind there. She ties it up 4-4. Great bout here on the blue mat.
And it might come down to, like you said, criteria. The last point scored in the upset over there on mat number 3. The young man in the Marsteller singlet comes up with his second win of the day. Really good matchup there.
Goes over, shakes the opponent's wife's hand, who looks like she was in the corner coaching her husband, boyfriend.
That's great.
You know, that's cool to see too. We're seeing a lot here too. A lot of families out here. You know, fathers out there, their sons are on the mat cheering them on in their little singlets, and you know, good way to get your little guy, you know, into the sport too. Or girl, I should say, little guy or little girl.
Yep, sons and daughters cheering their dads and moms on. That's really, like you said, really cool stuff. Uh-oh.
1 point step out for blue for Palumbo. So we got 1:48 left here.
Wow. I saw that. I was just like, oh man, she just missed. If she hadn't stepped out, it could have been trouble for Palumbo.
Looks like Palumbo's up 5-4 here. So no criteria needed at the moment since she's winning on the scoreboard.
Ooh, an inside trip attempt.
Oh, Palumbo, nice hip toss, looking for a judo throw there.
Mia Macaluso, who was
Nice inside trip there, but Palumbo counters to her back. And she gets the fall.
You know, one